Welcome to the most exciting coin discovery of your life. Today, we're diving into the mysterious and ultra-rare bicentennial coins, an ordinary-looking coin with the power to make you a millionaire overnight. If you've got this hidden gem in your pocket, your entire future could change in an instant. Let's unlock the secrets behind this legendary piece of treasure. When we talk about the most valuable and expensive USA $1 coin from 1976, we're not talking about just any Eisenhower dollar strewn forgotten in your drawer, stained with decades of grime and neglect. We're talking about a piece of American history that, even in very dirty condition, can ignite the imagination and some serious collector interest. The 1976 Eisenhower dollar was released to celebrate the bicentennial of the United States, marking 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. It was one of the first decimal coins produced in large quantities after an era of smaller silver coins, making it a distinctly modern yet historically symbolic coin. Its imagery, President Dwight D. Eisenhower on the obverse and the iconic Liberty Bell superimposed over the moon on the reverse, captured a nation that had lived through war, space exploration, and monumental cultural shifts. The historical significance of the 1976 Eisenhower dollar cannot be overstated. It was minted during America's bicentennial celebration, a time of profound national reflection and pride. Unlike coins that quietly circulate for everyday transactions, the Eisenhower dollar was designed with intent to honor a beloved general-turned-president and to visually commemorate the accomplishments of a nation forging ahead into the space age. As one of the earliest large-format decimal coins in modern U.S. minting, it represents a bridge between classic numismatic traditions and the evolving tastes of collectors and the general public alike. Now, let's talk rarity, because this is where it gets exciting for collectors, even in what might be dismissed as very dirty condition. Most Eisenhower dollars circulated heavily due to their high face value for everyday use, which means that pristine survivors are scarce. A 1976 Eisenhower dollar that has spent years in pockets, jars, or sock drawers will often show extensive wear, corrosion, grime, and toning, conditions that most casual observers dismiss. Yet among numismatists, the survival of any original detail under such wear can be remarkable. Some coins minted with high-quality dies and struck with care have endured better than expected, making certain worn examples unexpectedly desirable and valuable. Diving into market value, there's a fascinating range. While most circulated 1976 Eisenhower dollars trade near face value, coins that exhibit unusual strikes, mint errors, or traces of original luster can vault into the collector stratosphere. In very dirty condition, a typical piece may still command hundreds to several thousands of dollars, depending on eye appeal, mint mark rarity, and demand at auction. Exceptional pieces have been known to fetch $1,000 to $9,000 or more, astounding figures for a coin that many once regarded as common pocket change. These values reflect not just metal content, but the coin's story, condition diversity, and desirability among serious collectors. While the 1976 Eisenhower dollar is not made of solid copper, its composition holds interest. The standard circulation strike is a copper-nickel clad, which means the coin has a pure copper core with layers of copper-nickel bonded on the outside. This blend gives the coin its distinctive weight and color, and under the right conditions, can develop rich tones and patinas. There was also a limited run of silver-clad proof and uncirculated versions intended for collectors, which carry separate value tiers. When assessing a dirty Eisenhower dollar, understanding composition helps collectors judge expected toning patterns and detect post-mint alterations or environmental damage. For those intrigued by collecting and even investing in coins like this, condition matters enormously. Grime can hide details, but it can also disguise scratches, environmental damage, and surface flaws. That's why serious collectors often turn to third-party certification from respected grading services. A graded coin gives buyers confidence in both authenticity and condition, which in turn supports stronger market values. Learning grading standards, from poor PO to mint state MS, empowers you to spot quality coins and avoid pitfalls. Joining numismatic communities, attending coin shows, and engaging in online forums are invaluable steps toward sharpening your eye and understanding market trends. Many investors today view rare coins as a tangible, alternative asset that can hedge against inflation and diversify holdings. Unlike stocks or bonds, physical coins have intrinsic historic and cultural value that can appreciate independently of traditional markets. A 1976 Eisenhower dollar that survives in any condition with collectible traits can become a centerpiece of a collection or a conversation starter at auctions. Patience is key. Numismatic value often grows over years, even decades, as collectors seek out scarce survivors and bid competitively for standout pieces. Beyond monetary worth, the cultural symbolism of the 1976 Eisenhower dollar resonates on both national and international stages. It's a reminder of American resilience and progress, of a presidency that bridged turbulent times, and of a nation that looked to the moon while honoring its roots. Collectors around the world cherish these coins not just as investments, but as artifacts of shared history. As global interest in U.S. numismatics continues to grow, the long-term value appreciation of standout Eisenhower dollars, even those once hidden under layers of dirt, underscores their enduring legacy in the pantheon of American coinage. When you pick up a 1978 Eisenhower dollar in very dirty condition, caked with grime, darkened by decades of handling, and far from the shiny examples in display cases, you might not expect to be holding something that could be worth a serious amount of money. Yet within the world of numismatics, that unassuming, worn coin has stories to tell that go far beyond the dirt on its surface. The Eisenhower dollar series, struck between 1971 and 1978, represents a unique chapter in American coinage, the last large-format dollar, before the smaller Susan B. Anthony dollar, a symbol of a transitional era in U.S. monetary history, and a piece that many collectors now seek not just for its face value, but for its historical significance and long-term potential. The 1978 Eisenhower dollar itself is fascinating because it sits at the end of the series. Designed to honor President Dwight D. Eisenhower and on the reverse, to commemorate the Apollo 11 moon landing, these coins were among the first U.S. dollars produced after the country fully embraced decimal coinage in the 1790s. Although the concept of decimalization was nothing new by 1978, Eisenhower dollars were part of a modern revival of interest in one-unit coins in large format. Unlike the earlier peace dollars or Morgan dollars, which were made of 90% silver, the circulating 1978 Eisenhowers were struck in copper-nickel clad, a durable, cost-effective composition that helped keep production affordable while still giving the coin a substantial feel. This base metal composition means that most 1978 dates are not made of precious metals, but that doesn't stop the market from valuing certain examples highly when they are scarce or have exceptional characteristics. In everyday pocket change, a dirty, heavily worn 1978 Eisenhower dollar is worth just its face value. But among collectors, condition is everything, and coins that survive in better states become rarer and more desirable. In numismatics, we talk about the grading scale, from poor and fair at the bottom, through good, fine, very fine, extremely fine, about uncirculated, all the way up to mint state and proof levels. A $1,978 in very fine condition or higher, especially one that has escaped heavy wear, contact marks, and environmental damage, can command significant premiums. In the niche world of Eisenhower dollars, Some examples with exceptional eye appeal, sharp strikes, or interesting die variations and errors have been known to trade hands in the high hundreds, low thousands, and in rare cases, particularly for certified, high-grade pieces, prices that can approach or exceed $9,000 or more at auction. These values reflect collector demand, scarcity in higher grades, and the enduring appeal of the series within the broader context of modern U.S. coinage. If you're considering the 1978 Eisenhower dollar as a collector's item or investment, it's crucial to understand how condition drives value. A coin that still shows strong detail on Eisenhower's hair and lapel, with minimal flatness on the eagle's feathers and only light surface marks, will be far more desirable than a heavily abraded, dirty specimen. Getting your coins professionally graded and certified by reputable services, such as PCGS or NGC, can dramatically influence how the market views them. A certified grade sets a clear expectation for buyers and often unlocks higher prices. For beginners, studying grading standards, learning the difference between, say, VF30 and EF45, and using good lighting and magnification to assess where patterns can make the difference between spotting an undervalued gem and overlooking it entirely. Joining collector communities, both online and in person, can also elevate your knowledge and enjoyment of Eisenhower dollars. Forums, social media groups, local coin clubs, and attending coin shows put you in touch with experienced collectors who can help you learn to spot subtle details, understand market trends, and share insights about pricing and pedigree. These communities often trade information about market demand, which dates and mint marks are hot, which error varieties are drawing attention, and how broader economic trends are impacting silver and modern collectible markets. As with any collectible, staying educated and connected helps you make smarter decisions and avoid common pitfalls that new collectors often face. The investment potential of a 1978 Eisenhower dollar isn't just about short-term flips. For many enthusiasts, it's about building a carefully curated collection that can appreciate over decades. While most common dates in lower grades will never fetch thousands of dollars, the premium for high-grade survivors tends to grow as fewer untouched coins remain in circulation and as interest in modern classics continues to expand. Long-term holders who secure coins in top condition, ideally certified by a trusted grading service, may find their pieces increasingly desirable as both historical artifacts and investment assets. Just as old comic books or vintage watches carry stories and value beyond their original purpose, these coins capture a slice of the nation's monetary and cultural evolution. Beyond market numbers and grading scales, the 1978 Eisenhower dollar carries cultural symbolism that resonates with collectors around the world. It evokes the legacy of a World War II general turned president, the excitement of the space age, and a period in American history when coinage itself was undergoing transformation. Even a dirty coin, with the patina of decades in circulation or tucked away in an attic drawer, connects us to everyday commerce and to the people who once handled it. Every scratch and discoloration is part of its life story, bridging the gap between past and present. International collectors also appreciate the Eisenhower dollar for its global appeal. Unlike smaller denominations that stay largely within domestic use, large silver and large dollar coins often circulate internationally or catch the eye of foreign numismatists who admire American history and coin artistry. This cross-border interest can add layers of demand, further underpinning long-term value. Whether you're a seasoned investor looking for niche opportunities or a history buff drawn to tangible links to America's past, the 1978 Eisenhower dollar offers a rich blend of story, rarity, and potential. Cherish it, learn from it, and let it be a gateway into the deep and fascinating world of coin collecting.